What's up, everybody? It's Brianna with The Boss Up, and today we have famous Chicago makeup artist Austin Maxfield.
Hi, I'm Austin Maxfield. I'm here with The Boss Up. You can follow me on Instagram at Austin E. Maxfield, same Twitter handle.
Okay, Austin, thanks for joining us today. It's such an honor and a pleasure. Let everybody know who don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't, but let us know who you are.
Okay, so I'm Austin Maxfield. I'm from Chicago-licious, the reality show that was based here. We were based out of a salon. I was the makeup artist on the show.
Okay, and how did you get your start in makeup previous to the show and years before that?
Well, it was really weird because I was like a tomboy, like most of my life. I grew up with all my brothers. I was always with the boys, hanging out with the boys, and like I was like a real sneakerhead. Like I was really into gym shoes, like Jordans, Air Force Ones, like Dunks, everything. Like I had like over 200 pairs.
Wow.
And so I was working in a sneaker boutique in Chicago called Success, and you know, I was like, oh, I want to be a Nike rep. I want to work for Nike. Like, this is what I want to do. And then, like, I went through this phase, and I was like, I don't want gym shoes anymore. Like, I don't want to do this. And so I was, like, stuck thinking, like, okay, what am I going to do now? And I had always, like, been into makeup. I just sucked at it. Like, I was awful. So I just started, like, watching more and more YouTube tutorials, and I decided, like, I think this is what I want to do because I've always loved it. I want to get better at it. And so I took, like, a week-and-a-half course with a celebrity makeup artist called, her name was Amanda Shackleton. And then from there, it was just, like, uphill. I was just,
so
like...
how long ago was this?
That was, like, 3 years ago.
Okay, so
4 years ago.
You literally have become so skilled within that amount of time.
Yeah.
Where, like, people want to book you all the time.
Yeah. You know, the thing is with makeup is it's really not that hard. You know, it's just it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of practice. And a lot of people aren't willing to really put that time into it and perfect their craft. But, you know, especially with Chicago-licious, I was kind of forced to. Like, we were doing stuff left and right without warning. Like, we didn't have time to figure out how are we going to do this, when are we going to do it. We would just come to the set, and they'd be like, okay, hey guys, this is what we have today, this is what you're doing. You're gonna make all these girls look like animals from the zoo. And we're like, what? So it was like, you know, it was a good experience because it forced us to do things like out of our element, and it just helped a lot with perfecting my craft and making me a better artist.
Okay. That's dope. So how did you get into the Chicago-licious experience? Like, did you reach out to them? Did they reach out to you?
Well, I had met AJ, and he approached me about working at the salon. So, you know, I said yes. And then basically the people from Chicago-licious were looking for salons to film at. They found AJ's, and they pretty much interviewed everybody at the salon, and then, you know, they picked who they wanted to be on the show, and that's kind of how that ended up for me.
And how was that experience? Like, you know, a lot of people have a lot to say about reality TV, but how do you think Chicago-licious was?
I loved it. It was a great experience. You know, it was completely different than what you think when you think of a reality show. But it was a lot of fun. You know, I did a lot of things. You know, every day was a new thing. Like, it was never the same day. We were always doing something different. So, you know, I really enjoyed it, and I wouldn't do it over again. Like, I would, if I had to do it over again, I would do it again.
Okay. So, what can we expect from you, like, now that that's over? What are you doing now?
Well, I love the show, you know, and I love the fans, but I really want to branch off from being Austin from Chicago-licious and more so just be Austin, the makeup artist. So I've just been building myself and my brand. So I teach classes, I teach makeup classes. I did one in LA. I've done a few in Chicago already. So I'm trying to branch that out to different states. And just, you know, doing regular bookings, like just a regular makeup artist. You know, I'm not like, oh, I only do celebrities. Like, I do everybody. I love makeup. So I'm just basically building my brand and just making my name be who I am versus Austin from Chicago-licious. So
makes sense.
Yeah.
So what do you like to do outside of makeup? If you're not doing makeup, what is the #1 thing we can find you doing?
eating. I don't know. You know, I'm like a homebody. If I have nothing to do, I'm gonna be in bed watching Netflix all day, eating chips, drinking Dr. Pepper. Like, that's what I'm doing. You know, I go out occasionally here and there, but I'm like a real homebody. Like, that's probably what I do for fun. Watch movies. So
and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
So you're regular. People don't think you're regular.
Yeah, I'm so regular.
Okay, so I would definitely say that you are one of Chicago's, like, sweethearts. Like, people really, really admire you for your makeup, for your artist, for, like, your fashion, all of that. So let us know, what are you looking for in a guy? What do you look for in a guy?
Oh my God, all the wrong things, I guess. I don't know. I don't have like specifics that I look for in guys. Like, I meet someone and either I like them or I don't. And it's like hard for me to even target what it is that I want. Like, I'm so all over the place when it comes to guys. Like, I like all the guys. This is what I do know. I like all the guys that don't like me. So if someone like loves me, like they're like, Austin, I love you, like I want to be with you, I want to marry you, I'm like, But if this guy is like, oh, like you're okay, I'm like, no, but I love you. Like,
everybody, that's all girls.
I think it's like the challenge. I don't know, but I don't know. I just like, I look for someone who's funny, like someone who I can hang out with and not feel like, oh, like we're boyfriend, we're girlfriend. Someone that's just like,
cool.
We're homies. Like, we can talk to each other and laugh and make fun of each other, and it's just like fun. Someone that doesn't mind watching Netflix all the time. Like,
time. Okay, that's dope. Okay. Yeah. So I know guys are like totally listening to that.
Right, and so all the guys who don't really like me are gonna be like, oh, I can get her to fall in love with me and then leave her. That's my life story.
Okay, so you have like a special talent that not a lot of people know. You are a manager, right?
Yeah.
That's what I learned today. So let us know a little bit about that.
Well, before even, okay, so when I said I was going through like this tomboy phase, I have a little brother. He's 21. He has been rapping since he was like 9 years old. And like, me and him did not get along at all when we were younger. Like, seriously, we did not get along. I don't know what it was.
Typical siblings.
Yeah. Not really. Me and him were just like different. Because my older brother, like, we were like inseparable. Me and him just didn't get along. Well, as he got older and he started getting better at like the rapping, like I started noticing it, and then like instantly like we clicked. Like, we were just best friends, and I was like 100% behind him in his music. So just being in like the boutique that I worked at, I met a lot of people, just made a lot of connections. So I'd be like, oh, my brother raps, like, oh, you work for the radio, oh, he has this song, and just like kind of doing stuff like that. So eventually my brother was like, you know, you should just manage me, and I'm like, okay, you know, why not? So from then on, it was just like I was doing everything for him, especially when I stopped working for the sneaker boutiques, like in between the makeup and the sneakers. I was managing him. That was like where all my time was going to. So I hooked him up with this DJ named Don Cannon in Atlanta, him and his cousin, and then from then, that was like 4 years ago, we were back and forth in Atlanta like all the time, and he's been working with them closely ever since. So yeah,
I think it's popular.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, partially him, his talent. If he didn't have the talent, it wouldn't have happened. But, yeah, like, I made the connections. He did the hard part. I just pushed it out to people. Like, hey, this is what I got. Like, check it out, whatever. So, with the show and everything, I kind of had to slow down on it. But I'm kind of getting back at it because he just dropped a new project with Don Cannon and his cousin. So I'm kind of getting back at it and doing that and just reaching out, you know, to people I know. So yeah, I do that also in my spare time.
Okay. So where do you see yourself in like 5 years, 5 years from now? Where do you think you'll be?
Oh my God, 5 years from now I'm gonna be almost 30. I don't know. I can honestly say that I just hope that I'm in a better place than I am now. You know, I just hope to keep growing as an artist, and just whatever it is that I plan on doing, I just hope that I keep growing. I have no idea where I'm going to be from 5 years from now. I just hope that, yeah, I just hope that it's better, and maybe I'll have a boyfriend somewhere, maybe be engaged. I mean, I don't know, something like that.
Okay, so this is the boss up. Obviously, you have to give us 3 reasons why you consider yourself a boss.
Oh. I mean, of course, because my makeup is like the best in Chicago. No, a boss. I would say I'm a boss because, as far as like makeup and what I do, I lead by example. I do everything that I would expect anyone else to do to be in a certain position. But not only do I just say this is what you need to do, I help other people get there, and that's what a boss does. You don't give orders and then just wait for them to do it. You help them get there. So that's what I do as far as makeup. I don't know, because I'm one of those people, I don't look at myself like that, but I would just say I get shit done. When something needs to be done, I get it done. I don't waste time. I do it on my own. I don't look for other people to give me handouts. I get shit done by myself. And I never get comfortable. Like, I never get comfortable, and that's what keeps me going to the next level.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I get so lost.